Have you ever wondered why certain men seem to have a magnetic pull with women, while others struggle to get their attention? What if I told you that understanding a few key female weaknesses could make all the difference? If you're a high-value man, mastering these insights will empower you to create deeper, more meaningful connections. Women are not as complicated as some might think, but their subtle vulnerabilities often go unnoticed. Stick around, because today we'll explore the top 10 women weaknesses every high-value man must know. Before we dive in, consider this. Have you ever missed the signs a woman was giving you because you were too focused on the wrong things? Let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos on mastering social dynamics, relationships, and Stoic wisdom. Now, let's get into it. Weakness 1. Love for playfulness and humor. A man with a great sense of humor is always going to be attractive to women. Humor shows intelligence, confidence, and an ability to lighten the mood, all of which are highly appealing qualities. Playfulness adds excitement to the relationship and keeps things from becoming too serious or monotonous. Women love a man who can make them laugh because it creates a bond of shared joy. When you can make her laugh, you're not just appealing to her on a superficial level, you're creating a deep emotional connection. Laughter releases tension and builds a sense of closeness that few other things can achieve. High-value men know how to strike the perfect balance between being serious when needed and knowing when to let loose and be playful. Humor is a sign of social intelligence, and it shows that you're comfortable with yourself. Women are naturally attracted to this type of confidence. Weakness 2. Vulnerability and authenticity. One of the most overlooked weaknesses in women is their attraction to vulnerability and authenticity. While it's commonly thought that women only want strong, tough men, the truth is that they're also drawn to a man who can be vulnerable and authentic when the moment calls for it. Women don't want a man who pretends to have it all figured out all the time. They appreciate a man who can admit when he's struggling, who isn't afraid to share his feelings, and who is genuine in his interactions. Being authentic and vulnerable shows that you trust her, and in turn, she feels more connected to you. This doesn't mean you should be overly emotional or constantly talking about your problems. It's about striking a balance between strength and openness. When a woman sees that you're comfortable being your self-flaws, and all she'll feel safe being herself around you too. Weakness 3. Craving emotional connection. One of the most profound weaknesses women have is their need for emotional connection. While men often focus on the physical aspects of attraction, women tend to place a high value on how a man makes them feel emotionally. This isn't just about being nice or sweet, but about creating a space where she feels understood and heard. Women crave a deep emotional bond that allows them to feel vulnerable and safe. If you can tap into this need by being genuinely interested in what she says and listening without judgment, you'll be surprised at how much more drawn she is to you. High-value men know how to walk the fine line between being emotionally available and not overly dependent. It's about showing that you're emotionally intelligent while maintaining your independence. If you can show her that you are someone who understands her emotions but doesn't let them control you, you'll have a significant advantage. Furthermore, avoid trying to fix her problems right away. Sometimes women just want to be heard without immediate solutions. Listening carefully and validating her feelings strengthens emotional intimacy and sets you apart from men who dismiss this critical aspect of attraction. Weakness 4. Desire for stability and security. Women are instinctively attracted to men who can offer them stability and security. This isn't just about financial security, though that is a part of it. It's about emotional security, consistency, and reliability. A high-value man who knows where he's going in life, has his values intact, and is consistent in his actions will always be seen as more attractive. Women have a natural instinct to seek out men who make them feel safe, both physically and emotionally. This doesn't mean you need to be rich, but rather that you have your life in order. When a man shows he can handle life's challenges and doesn't buckle under pressure, he becomes someone she can depend on. She sees him as someone who can protect her from the uncertainties of the world. However, this doesn't mean you should boast about your achievements or try too hard to impress her with material things. Subtlety is key. Let your stability show through your actions, not words. High-value men understand that offering a sense of security is more about their mindset and attitude than their bank account. Weakness 5. Attraction to leadership and confidence. Leadership and confidence are two qualities women are irresistibly drawn to. When a man exudes confidence in who he is and where he's going, it sends a powerful signal that he's in control of his life. Women admire a man who knows how to take charge, make decisions, and assert himself without being domineering. A high-value man leads by example, and women find this incredibly attractive. This doesn't mean you have to boss her around or always be the one in control, but rather that you exude a sense of self-assuredness in all areas of life. Confidence isn't arrogance. It's the quiet belief in your own abilities, even when things aren't going your way. Confidence also plays a role in how you handle challenges. A man who can face adversity with grace and strength shows that he's not easily rattled, which makes him more appealing. Women are naturally drawn to this calm, assertive energy because it reassures them that you can handle whatever life throws your way. Weakness 6. A need for mystery and challenge. Women are attracted to men who maintain an air of mystery and present a challenge. When everything about a man is laid out on the table from the beginning, the allure quickly fades. Women love to unravel a man's layers, and the more there is to discover, the more intrigued they become. High-value men don't reveal everything at once. They keep some aspects of their life private, which keeps women curious. This doesn't mean playing mind games, but rather having a life rich with interests, passions, and goals that aren't all focused on her. When a man is slightly unpredictable, it sparks a woman's interest and keeps her engaged. This challenge doesn't only apply to keeping some personal details hidden, but also to how you interact with her. Don't be too available or too eager to please. Make her work a little for your attention and affection. Women value what they have to put effort into. If you're always available, the excitement diminishes. Weakness 7. Yearning for admiration and respect. Every woman, regardless of her personality or social status, craves admiration and respect. When a man recognizes her strengths, accomplishments, and unique qualities, it touches her deeply. A high-value man understands that women want to feel cherished and respected for who they are, not just for their looks. This doesn't mean empty flattery or insincere compliments. Women can see right through that. It means recognizing her efforts and the value she brings to the relationship. Whether she's worked hard in her career, takes pride in her hobbies, or has overcome personal struggles, acknowledging these aspects of her life shows that you see her as more than just a pretty face. High-value men are mindful of this need and give genuine compliments. They respect a woman's boundaries, value her opinions, and treat her as an equal. This respect fosters mutual admiration, which strengthens the emotional connection and makes her feel valued beyond the surface. Weakness 8. Desire for a deep sense of purpose. Women are deeply attracted to men who have a clear sense of purpose. Men who know what they stand for and have goals they are passionately pursuing are incredibly attractive. A high-value man's purpose gives his life direction and focus, making him much more appealing to women. When you have a purpose, You radiate a kind of magnetic energy that draws women in. Women don't want to be the center of a man's universe. They want to be a part of his journey. If you can show her that you have a clear mission in life and are working toward it, she'll respect and admire you more. High-value men don't seek validation from others. They are driven by their internal goals and values. This kind of focus is highly attractive because it shows independence and confidence. Women want to be with a man who is going somewhere, not someone who is lost or directionless. Weakness 9. Attraction to status and influence. Women have a natural attraction to men who have status or influence. This doesn't necessarily mean wealth or fame, but rather how a man is perceived within his social circle. A high-value man commands respect from others, whether in his career, social life, or community. Status isn't just about outward success, but how you carry yourself and the kind of influence you have over others. If you're someone who others look up to or rely on, women will notice. High-value men often have a certain gravitas or presence that makes them stand out, even in subtle ways. Women are drawn to men who are leaders, not followers. Whether it's leading a group of friends, being the go-to person for advice, or being an expert in your field, these are all forms of status that attract women. They want to be with a man who is respected by others, as it reassures them that they've chosen wisely. Weakness 10. Need for physical attraction. Lastly, while emotional connection and psychological factors are crucial, physical attraction cannot be ignored. Women are, after all, attracted to men who take care of themselves, maintain their health, and put effort into their appearance. This isn't about looking like a model, but about showing self-respect through self-care. High-value men understand the importance of physical presence, and they make an effort to look their best. This doesn't mean obsessing over appearance, but ensuring you're presenting the best version of yourself. Whether it's grooming, dressing well, or staying in shape, a man who takes pride in his appearance naturally attracts women. Physical attraction is often the first thing that draws two people together, but it's the deeper qualities that sustain the connection. However, neglecting your appearance sends the wrong message and can diminish your overall appeal. Women want a man who values himself enough to stay fit, healthy, and well-groomed. Conclusion. Understanding these 10 subtle yet powerful weaknesses can give any high-value man an edge in forming meaningful connections. By recognizing and respecting these aspects of a woman's emotional and psychological world, you'll find that attraction naturally follows. If this video helped, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights on relationships and self-mastery. Leave a comment below on which point resonated the most with you.